started off building a computer because we couldn't afford to buy one. So what happened was all our friends decided that they wanted one too, and we were spending all our time helping them construct one. So this was the initial market indication that there might just be a group of people that wanted what we wanted. But it became very obvious within 6 to 9 months after that that we were really on to something much more fundamental than just a small group of people's interests. And we proceeded to plan on that assumption, and it's turned out to be true.
What was the ingredient, though, in your particular computer that would make it different from the other models that were being offered to hobbyists at the time?
We had the assumption very early on that that even the hobbyists would like to deal with a slightly more sophisticated computer, and one in which they didn't have to spend their time putting together. And so we structured our whole approach for really a much broader definition of the word hobbyist. And we found that there's a little hobbyist in all of us.
The success of the whole Apple venture does depend on volume sales. Do you actually believe that every home is, within the short term, the next few years, going to have its own personal computer?
Well, we base our theory on the fact that we make personal computers that can be used irrespective of location. And the home just happens to be one of the locations that the computers are used in. They're used quite extensively in education. As a matter of fact, in Minnesota, one of the states in the United States, over 95% of the students that graduate from high school have hands-on experience with an Apple. And we're seeing them used in many, many businesses. As a matter of fact, we use Apples here to control the production flow and do the forecasting and things like that. So we foresee Apples being used in homes, but we also foresee them being used in businesses and education, and there's an Apple going up on the first space shuttle, as you may know, to control a biology experiment.
Does it mean, though, that the people who are going to use these Apples have to start learning how to handle computers, which to many people is a closed book at the moment? Does it mean that every housewife will ultimately be a programmer?
Well, as you see from the Apple, it weighs about 12 pounds, and one of the nice things about handling it is if you don't like what it's doing, you can throw it out the window. But